today to show you how to implement mods on your Xbox One. It's pretty simple. As you see, once your game's updated and you get into it, there's going to be a new option on the menu called Mods. It's going to be right below Add-ons. Now, when you go into Mods, when you click on it, it's going to want you to log in with your Bethesda.net account. If you don't have one, you need to go to Bethesda.net and create an account with them so you can download mods for this game. But anyways, once you click on it, it'll ask you to log in, and once you've done that, every time you go in, you'll automatically load up. So, no need to worry there. And when you come into the first time for mods, you're going to see at the top most popular mods that people have for the week and for all time. And of course, since this is new, as you can tell, there's really not much of a difference between the week and all time. That'll change, of course, as mods become more common, or they've been on for a longer time. But once you've started downloading some, you'll get some new options. You'll have your library, which is stuff you've downloaded, and you'll have your favorites, which are stuff you favorite. I use the favorites mostly to when I come across a mod that I like, and so I kind of keep it as kind of a bookmark so I can come back to it. So if it's not one that I have downloaded yet, like for example, the Signs of the Commonwealth or Castle Armory Upgrade, Another Life, which is a great mod from Skyrim, which has and also has been implemented in New Vegas and Fallout 3. Basically, it makes the start of the game new. It's a good one. I'm keeping that one for later on because I haven't started a brand new game with mods. That's one you'd want to use that for. Things like that. You can also literally, if you do love it, you can hit favorite, which I did on number ones I've downloaded. So that's how that works. Now, searching for mods, you have a couple of options. One, you can go into search by hitting X, and what this does is it opens up a bar for you to type in. Now, I'm streaming to PC right now, so which is why this says type in on Xbox One here. What this is for me is what I can do is I can click on that, and then I start typing in on the keyboard. So say I wanted to look for camping, something that has to do with camping, which would take me most likely to the mod that Chesco has put out. But you do that, you hit A to confirm, and you search for it, and bam, Conquest, Build New Settlements, and Camping, which is a mod I have downloaded, and it is really nice. I've tried it out a little bit. I haven't really used it to its full potential, but from what I've used of it, it's very nice. You can create a camp and up to 10 new and expand those camps into actual settlements anywhere on the map. Very cool. Definitely recommend downloading that one. But so that's one way to search. Now, of course, if you go back to search and you do that, if you like me, if you don't have this option to the keyboard, what you could do is obviously use the controller to navigate the little keyboard thing here, which has always been annoying. Anyone that's been playing on console from knows how annoying this can be. I mean, it's useful to have it, but it takes forever to type up. So if you have it, if you have your chat pad, if you have one of those for your Xbox One controllers, you can use that to type in. I don't have one, so I wouldn't be able to use that as an option, but you can also search for it this way by, of course, typing in everything like so. But yeah, it's not my favorite option, but I use it too because I'm not always streaming to my PC when I play. A lot of times I'm sitting by the TV when I want to play on console. So it's usually when I'm recording that I'm streaming over to the PC. So those are your options there. And yeah, you can go out of that. And of course, you can search also by category. You can see the highest rated ones, which are the stars here. Of course, Craftable Cats is up there. I'm surprised it's not number one. I want to download that one eventually in the old world. These No Borders mods, those would be nice. They take away the map borders. Basically, when you start getting to that point where it's like you've gone too far or whatever, I think or it's the invisible borders. I'm not sure exactly what this one does. I haven't downloaded it. I'm gonna research it a bit more. One thing to do know though, note when you're looking for mods, and let's just, for example, let's go with Snap and Build here, which is a very nice settlement mod. Read the descriptions. There's always going to be here. Use your the right stick on your console to navigate through that, and read through the description because there may be some necessary information to read. And it'd also be helpful for the mod itself, you know, and for how to uninstall it and install it, or proper uninstallation, things like that. Or if there's anything that's necessary for the load order, like they'll mention that, like, it's, you know, where it needs to be in the load order. This one is an ESM, so it's automatically going to always be up near the top. So and if you don't know the differences between ESMs and ESPs, don't worry about that too much, because when you look through here, it's not going to show you that stuff. You can't really mess with that too much. On PC, you can notice it more, so it gives you a better idea of load orders and picking load orders on your own. On here, not so much, but you can, you know, look through pictures. You can favorite, enable the mod. I have all my mods that I have disabled right now because I just finished playing through my unmodded playthrough. And the reason I'm doing that is because when you have mods enabled, you cannot earn achievements. So if you've put a mod in, you can't get any achievements. The main reason for this is to prevent, like, cheap mods from getting you some cheap achievements or whatever. But you know, by being able to do things real quickly. I mean, I get that. It's not a big deal for me one way or the other. It's not a deal breaker. I like getting achievements, so I'm gonna continue. So I have my main character playthrough is still unmodded, and that's not the one I've been recording with or anything. So to get achievements through that, and that said too, even if you do, like, say, put a mod on your most recent save, it creates a brand new profile for that character, so you don't have to worry about never playing through the unmodded version of that character again. You just have to redo a lot of stuff that you may have done with the modded version. But anyways, yeah, you can delete the mod. I don't really recommend doing this unless you fully uninstalled it from a modded game, using the instructions found through your description. You can rate it. The rating as it is, I haven't rated any of the mods I've downloaded yet. I plan to, but you can give it up to 5 stars. And you can report the mod. I haven't done this feature, but this is usually to report it if it has, say, nudity, or if it is something that is detrimental to the game. You know, things like that. Things like, or if it's a stolen mod, which I've heard that some people have uploaded mods to Bethesda.net that have been created by other people without their permission, like they've gone and downloaded it from the Nexus or something and just uploaded it to Bethesda.net without the mod authors knowing. So if it's a stolen mod, you can report it that way. If it uses assets from other games, you can also report that because Bethesda doesn't allow that in their mods. There's a number of reasons you'd report a mod. So, and then of course you can go back and you can search through mods, and then once to download a mod, let's see, for example, let's go with Craftable Cats here. It's the one I definitely would like to have. So let's open that up. Craftable Cats. Basically, you can, now of course this mod isn't totally necessary if you have Wasteland Workshop because you can have a cat cage, but what this does is it makes them craftable and adds happiness, and they just run around. Basically, it's a simpler way to get cats than having to catch them, you know, and you can create different breeds and stuff. So it's kind of a nice way to customize it, which is why I think I might download this. So let's do that right now. Let's go ahead and download. To download, you go to download, you hit select, it downloads. This is a small one, so it's not going to take long at all to download. Bam, it's done. And it's automatically enabled when you download it. I'm going to go ahead and at the moment disable it, just because like I said, I've been playing through my unmodded one, and I want to have them all disabled so that way when I enable them, it'll be easier that way. So you do that, you go back in the main menu. Now once you've downloaded mods, if you want to change the load order, look at it, hit Y, it'll take you to your load order. You can see everything you have. Like, as you can tell, I have nothing enabled, so I just have to go through and enable all of them again. There should be an enable all option, which would be nice. There is a disable all option under the options here. You can disable all your mods at once. There should be an option to enable all of them as well. I would like that to see that implemented in the future. You know, they can do that in an update. Just for the sake of now, I can see why they wouldn't have it. Like if you have multiple profiles with different mods enabled for different characters. So, but in my case, since I only have it on one character right now, it'd be a nice feature to have. But at the same time, I can see why it's not in there at the moment. But anyways, if you go to your load order, this game, what it does when you've downloaded a mod, it doesn't always put them right at the bottom. It'll actually order it the way it best feels. Like for example, this was the one I had downloaded most recently before Craftable Cats, and as you can tell, it was not underneath the Starlight Drive and Expanded. It senses it and it tries to order it to the best of its ability. This in-game modding thing, it tries to sort them as best it can. So if you're worried about load order, I wouldn't worry too much. It kind of has, like I said, an inbuilt detection to try to order it as best as it can. It's not always perfect. For example, when I downloaded the Unofficial Fallout patch, which if you do get this, and I highly recommend getting this is probably one of the most important mods for anyone to have. I honestly download it, don't question it. This one should be the first mod you ever download, and should always have it enabled when using mods. But anyways, when you look at the description for this, I can't really go into it from here. It'll tell you to put it near the top, and with any unofficial patch, when if any come out for any of the DLCs too, these always need to be near the top, never near the bottom, ever. Never put them near the bottom. That's like number one, modding 101. If you get an unofficial patch for the game, never have it near the bottom. Now, the reason I bring this up is, like I said, the game itself, the modding thing, will try to order it as best it can for you. But when you download unofficial patch, it'll put it down near the bottom somewhere, because it did that with me, so I had to reorder it. And if you want to reorder anything, just hit X, and you can move it up or down, all around, you know, all that good stuff. And then you can just hit X to be done when you want it, when you find the spot you want to put it at, and it'll put it there. Or you can hit B to just cancel, or not. I guess. Hold on. I guess you gotta hit none. I thought you could hit B to cancel. Where did I have this one at? Atomic Radio, I believe. It's right there. Or is it after Jump Fences? It's not a huge one. It doesn't affect anything above it, so having it here or there wouldn't be that big of a deal. I'll put it there. I should have checked that before. I'll check the recording and fix it, but it'll reorder it itself anyways, because it always does that whenever you go in. Because I've put unofficial patch above Snap and Build before, and it'll automatically resort it to right there. Because this is an ESM, so it always wants to put those at the top. So, anyhow, that's how load ordering works. It's pretty simple. And you can delete from here and enable individual mods from here. And when you enable it, it'll have a check mark right next to it. Fairly simple. Like I said, you can go through it. It has different categories. It has the newest ones that have come out. Looks like there's a lot of companion mods that just went up. You can get a 45, 1911. Weapon, that's a weapon mod. Now, I'm going to hold off downloading individual weapon mods for a bit until there's compilation mods for those. That's just so I don't have a whole bunch of mods with just individual weapons. That's just my personal preference. Yeah, I mean, eventually I might download some individual. I probably will when I do my mod showcases. But for my regular playthroughs, because eventually there will be compilation mods. This happens quite a bit with a lot of authors when they they'll put them out individually, then eventually compile them when they get around to it. When downloading mods, you can look through by categories now too. You know, animal-specific ones. You can make your Mirelurks more colorful. Your Craftable Cats, which I just downloaded, of course. Why is that still enabled? I don't know. Or maybe it's just that... No, it's grayed out, so maybe it's not. But anyways, you can... Armor-specific mods. you know, Children of Atom armor, glowing versions of it, which would be kind of cool from an immersive standpoint, which makes me think this would also probably be under the immersive category. Landscape mods, miscellaneous, modder resources and tutorials. I can see there's probably got to be a Xbox related one here. I'm not. Yeah, Fallout 4 modding basics guide. I'm assuming. Yeah. And what this is, because I looked through this one the other day, that's why I was going through this one specifically. The guide is through the description here. It is not the mod to download. If you download, you're not getting the guide. I mean, I think you might. I'm not sure exactly. It might be something in your holotape you can look at that has this info. But it's a Kellogg armor reskin if you download it. But basically, this tells you all you need to know. Kind of what I'm doing, but a little bit more. So yeah, like he's talking about here with load order. Fallout 4, noticed it's pretty stable with the mods released, and it's pretty forgiving on the load order, which I've noticed too from what I've used. And like I said, this kind of sorts them their own way. Skyrim, the load order is super important. I haven't modded Oblivion, so I don't know how bad that is. New Vegas tends to be fairly stable. I've heard Fallout 3 is a horror to mod. But basically, there's a tool on PC called Loot that sorts them best for you. And it's not perfect because I found that I have to manually adjust some stuff with Skyrim, but it's very good. It's a very good tool. And the Fallout 4 modding does is like I said, it has its own built-in thing, kind of like Loot, what I've noticed, which helps to order them. But I would suggest reading through this one too at some point, because it'll have much more information than what I'm giving. Simply because, you know, I'm wanting to help you all out with the basics, and this is a little bit more in depth. So I would definitely recommend checking this. Once you get in, search Fallout 4 modding basics guide for Xbox One. That's all you'll probably need to type in, and this one will come right up. So definitely recommend reading through this, or even finding it on the Bethesda net and reading through it there. Props to the mod author that put this one out. I don't know if he or she put his name at the end there. Doesn't look like it. All kinds of things. Patches. This is where the category where you would find. I love how that's a patch. Okay. This one I'm definitely gonna have to look into. I don't know if it's in the unofficial patch or not, which I already have, but. Yeah, I hate that, getting stuck. I've only had that happen like twice, though. Done pretty good with the collision detection on things. But, yeah, what kind of bugs me is the unofficial patch is way back here. That needs to be up top. Again, I can't say it enough. The unofficial patch is the #1 mod for anyone wanting mods in Fallout 4 to download. Seriously, download that before you download any other mod. That's like the mod that needs to be downloaded. It's the most important mod. But anyways, there are all these different categories you can go through. Literally, all of them. It's just insane the amount there are. So, there you go. And once you've done all that, and you've got your load order the way you want it, and they're activated how you want it, let's go ahead and activate them. That way I can show you what'll happen. So, once you've done that, you can go back. You'll be back to your menu. Now, I honestly, be careful when you're in this menu. If you hit the B button by accident on this menu and you're still wanting to find stuff, it'll take you back to the main menu. Don't worry if you do. It's not going to be the end of the world. You just go back into mods and it'll do it. But you hit back, it'll take you back to the main menu, but you'll get this notification right here that says the mod selection load order has changed. The game will now reload your data files. Now what this is going to do, once you hit OK, it's going to just restart the game and have your files, your mods incorporated, and whatever save you open is going to play with all of those mods activated. So, if that's not what you want, don't load a save or start a new game until you go back into mods and get it set how you want it. So as you can see, I hit OK. It's reloading. This will probably take anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. Bam. And that's literally just takes you back to the menu here. And then you go in, you load, you find a game, you know, you can select your character. Like I said, this is the character I've been playing through unmodded, and also have a modded save with him. As you see, it makes it a separate profile character. This is the modded version, and it'll say modded. If you play any save that is modded, that has the modded next to it, through any save, you will not earn achievements. Just remember that. You're not going to earn any achievements with those save files. Now, you can still play this character. Like I said, I have the unmodded version. So what I did is I went to an older save for my modded ones, because I didn't realize it was going to create a separate profile at first. I mean, I read that it would, I just wasn't 100% sure how that would work. So I decided to start with an older file to test. But anyways, you can go in. So I'll just go ahead and open up this game. And as you see, you have an M next to every save that is modded. So if you're looking at all your saves, it'll show that too. And one thing I've noticed is with the mods, I think it's the unofficial patch that's doing this. I'm not sure. It might be from one of the other mods, I doubt it, but I think it's the unofficial patch. I've noticed the game actually runs a bit smoother when I have with my modded plays than it does vanilla. So I don't know, maybe that's just a figment of my imagination. I'm not sure. But we'll load this game, and once it loads, before you really do anything in the game, if you have any new mods downloaded and enabled that you haven't played with before on a save yet, just wait about 30 seconds to a minute for that mod to load up, because it's writing itself into the game. And so it usually doesn't take too long, but some mods, the authors will put in the description, they'll recommend you wait for a bit before you start doing anything that mod might affect. Alrighty, and here we are. Like I said, I'm in Starlight Drive-In right now. Bam! Their message here, Automatron, the iBot has completed. See, that did not take long at all. But the reason I say I've noticed it run smoother is I've noticed it here in Starlight more than anything. Because before mods were available, to expand my size limit on building, I've of course been using that store weapons into the workbench glitch, which increases your capacity. But since then I've downloaded a mod that actually adds to all my settlements, increases the size completely. So I have literally, I mean, I technically have a limit, but it's going to take so long for that to happen, it won't happen. But like I said, once you get in, it's just like playing. And the reason I'm saying I've noticed it runs smoother is I've noticed in the settlements where I've had a whole lot of expanse in size due to the settlement limitations. When I go to certain spots, it kind of would like jump a little bit. I've noticed very little of that, if any, now. So, especially in Starlight, which has been my most expanded upon settlement in this playthrough. So that's why I bring that up. So that's one thing to note too. So if you want it, when you download the unofficial patch, it'll add a little bit of smoothness. I mean, you're still going to get the same type of glitches you always get in this game, though. It's a Bethesda game, and especially when you throw mods, there'll be little things that'll always pop up that'll never quite go away, like what you've noticed with that light here, where it's like kind of dark there a little bit. It's just how Bethesda games have always worked. You'll never get them perfect, even with modding and patches and stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to show that, and how mods work, and the game literally doesn't run a whole lot different. You'll notice little things depending on what mod you have, like the iBot one there, or the size. Like I have no limit now. I've always kept it floating near the 3/4 full mark before I kind of download any, dump any of my weapons into workbench to increase size. Robot workbench. All right, so we're just gonna build an iBot. So we want the propulsion system. And bam! So once you do that, it has the propulsion, and you're not going to be able to, I think, put on your arms or anything on there. And then you'll go to the torso and put the iBot core, Now I haven't actually built it yet, so, and you can pick the type of AI you want. I think okay, here we go. Got frame. You get your standard frame. Got your courier frame, which is lets you have higher carrier weight. Oh, I guess I should I'll give him a little name. I'm not gonna call him Eddie. He's not Eddie. Eddie will be different. Well, I'll call him. We'll call him Teddy. There we go. How about that? Just Teddy. Oh, Starlight's under attack. It's always under attack. I'm never worried. I'm not worried. Whoa.
Powering up weapons.
All right. So.
Hostile neutralized.
What the hell blew up? So that's the iBot mod that I just downloaded, and since I'm here, I'll show you how just another quick mod that I had got, which was the Dogmeat Companion Mod. Is now that I have a companion. This one lets me have Dogmeat and another companion with me. Now I don't know if it'll let me have more or not, but I got Dogmeat coming with me, and I still have Teddy here with me. But that's awesome. Anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and save that, and I always like doing new saves. So, anyways, that's mods for you. It's like I said, it's pretty simple. Just you gotta pay attention to stuff, and like I said, the most important thing is to always read the description in the mod, just in case there's something like if it requires another mod to run. Things like that, or if it requires certain DLC, like maybe it needs Far Harbor and you don't have Far Harbor, well then don't download that mod or it's not going to work right. Stuff like that. And then of course, like I said, please, please, please be respectful to modders. Thank them for what they do. They do this because they love the game and they want to add things to the game, improve on the game, add little funny things, and they want to share it with everyone else. They want everyone to share in that experience, and they do this. They don't do this for money. They don't get money for it. So please, be respectful of them. Don't demand anything of them. Don't threaten them. Show them respect, and just, have fun playing the game. That's what this is all about. Have fun. Don't get upset. Just have fun. Enjoy it. Enjoy the mods. They're great. They'll add so much more variety to this already huge game, And that's all I gotta say. It's been SpaceCoastDragon. Hope y'all have a wonderful day and have fun with mods.